Hello everyone folks, welcome and welcome back. This is Gnomes and this is another weekday unscheduled pre-production live streaming. So as you might have seen in the thumbnail of the video, um, this is there's a scheduled pattern for every day including the weekends, and today Tuesdays, and as well as tomorrow Wednesday about this time, right? I need to put the hours in relation to the world, but here is negative 03 hours according in relation to Greenwich, and actually Brazil here, and rigging subject today, and we're going to get some soundtrack. Also play this thing here. Okay, so start this. I'm trying to make this more organized, so also 1 hour stream. Try to make this more dynamic. Yeah, so this is challenging, but I think now I'm getting the tools to get this more objective. So it's my plan. Let's close this, and okay, this is not this is Blender. So here is Aisha, an original character I'm doing for Sci-Fi, but she also exists in a parallel magical fantasy universe. And okay, there's a pose here, so let's just go back here and reset pose. There's more bones to be reset, so I have this quick favorites here. Reset. No, oh, this doesn't work, right? Unsolo all, and hide everything, reset everything. Alright, and here let's get the screencast keys. So there's some time I haven't dived into rigging in this project here, at least not where I stopped essentially, which was something about the body that I was trying to get some updates or revisions. So let's see here, let's start with these controllers. Well, it looks like that. Oh, this is grease pencil. Okay, we are looking on the version with not version with, we're looking at the grease pencil line art and also subdivision surface modifier. So I'm having this shortcut that will apply the simplify option temporarily, right? And so that will, I've shortcutted that, so it's very easy to get, yeah, this one, right? Levels 0 of viewport, so I can easily just turn this on and off. And I've also have driven this disable in viewports icon here, so I can at the same time disable the grease pencil and enable simplify, which means that I'm taking off all heavy stuff. The grease pencil will show if we look at the from the camera, right? That's the behavior. So here we might have, yeah, but this is might be okay to navigate still, but not for posing. For posing it's a complete disaster. Yeah, it's very bad, so not worth it. And here this, so both things are very demanding. And subdivision surface modifiers, even if I have just okay, the body is not selectable. Alright, so because I don't need the environment, because I'm using the solid viewport shading, and I'm already using all those things here, studio, so I have made this special thing. We can have some cool specular lighting. This can help sometimes, that I've decided to take this off for now. So I have a list of things to do. We're going to visualize this back, and of course all these things I should be doing offline, but we'll take a revision of that. But here is where I had stopped essentially. I was about to get to cloth rigging if I were able to ever finish this, and of course this should be doable very soon. What is this? Okay, so yeah, it would be nice to get some cloth rigging retakes here, because I'm kind of frustrated of that, but yeah, we can play with that, and this is not a retake, it's final assessment. Yeah, so but we should do in order. So this is why this pelvis femur rigging is super important, but it can be very time consuming, although I think I have a good strategy here, but I'm not gonna jump directly here. Then we have some new image texture pattern for, oh yeah, so this is just some, this is just, yeah, we can access this indeed. This is like texture stuff, right? So we can make a, this is not jacket, this is manteau, so I'm gonna rethink about that. The shape should be changed, also maybe some more details. Anyways, let's go back to here and see what we can do. Accept warping of the hand when rotating the arms in certain pose. And okay, I know what's that, folks. I know it is fixed. So I know what was this. Is that, I'll show you just in case. Very curious. So this is, yeah, actually it was because of limit rotation bone constraints on the wrist. Yeah, so basically, yeah, I don't have it here. Yeah, I cannot show the example from this file, but what I was having, I was having mad rotation here, because there's a tweak bone which is not even this one here. It has got this widget, so this bone had a limit rotation. Oh, it is here. All right, so why I didn't delete it is because, so its purpose of course was to limit this, but there are certain poses where that would cause wreak havoc to posing the here, like, so it's not very good. I believe it could be because of the copy rotation here. No, there's a limit distance. No, it's not this. Okay, it's not this. So here, so there's a, actually there will be a way to look at the axis here. So basically these limits won't appear here, right? But the x-axis, okay, look on local, right? Yeah, so in red, so we'd have some, yeah, and there's a limit. Oh, local with parent, there we go. Maybe this is okay, because this is interesting, although it can lock some stuff, but yeah, this doesn't seem to be helping. This controls the deform rig, by the way, so is the control F key hand, while this is the master I key hand. So this Z, of course, this, okay, limit rotation affects the manual posing, and you see that sometimes, even though we have this influence, which means that we can deaccelerate, it's annoying, right? This flipping, I don't like this kind of behavior. And if we have maximum, it will just stop, but it still can flip. So this is like something about the viewport, how it behaves. So there's no locking for that, so it's super annoying behavior, I think. It really just it's super confusing. So the idea of having this varied influence is just that we could deaccelerate, but in the end nothing here seems to be providing too much it's just too easy to have this flipping. So this is why I dislike this stuff, right? So instead, these values could be interesting because I've calculated, but they were never good. So I think this is just like, so because I fixed that, we can just symmetrize this, why not? So that would solve the auto delete. I usually don't use these gizmos, but I know some people use them a lot, and they have some, they can help certain features. So here I think we're gonna, okay, so we made some improvement here. I think I've wrongly parented these bones. So let's see here. I'm gonna just set some quick stuff that I've checked, and then we go back to the list and we try to, so let's get these things. So this is parent to one bone here, and I found the problem is that if I move this, they don't move correctly. So this bone is actually parented to the, not here, this bone is parented to the master. Now this is the master IK hand, which is parent to the aim hand, and this is parent to the map aim. So this I think is the mistake. I might have been sleeping when doing that. So now just parent offset to the COG, center of gravity. And so what that means is that now if I just pose this, I have this. Also I don't need to have one for both hands. We can make this, let's see, yeah, so I was considering this before, so let's do this trick here. So shift A, so we're gonna, maybe this is a stupid idea, but get some hand left. We're gonna parent it here, then I'm gonna symmetrize here. So what we're gonna do is that we're gonna pick this one and we're gonna get this bone. This has the, so this is serving as some sort of posable yet buffer bone, and we get this. So this is a setup that I've made on my own. I have never seen this before. I know maybe yes, but I think not. I don't remember it, but certainly the aim target elsewhere. But note that I'm putting the aim targets inside the body, like it's a different approach. And so here what I have now is that this can aim the hand, right? And in case I, so this is why I've made this, so I'm not sure exactly how that will be usable, right? But you see, this is the, I can have the, by having this separation, I can decide to whichever direction the hand is pointing, the hands even, because we can separate them. But this gives this widgets are very weird, right? Also, aren't they on different sides? No, it's just an illusion. So the main idea here basically is this one, folks. If I pose this bone, let's do something different. if I pose this bone, like, let's say, I don't even need to pose this. If I move it here, you see that the hand is pointing parallel to the body. Same here, hands up. So it follows like as if it were F key instead, and I still have the traditional behavior, right? So I can combine them like this. Yeah, they can offset in principle. This is bone is parented here, so this is a cool trick. However, let's say I want to point the hands towards something like to the center. So let's say that I pick these two, and yeah, so I'm trying to think, because this we need to think into reverse. What if I have a point in space where I want to have them pointing towards? So I don't think I can do that with this system, right? Because that will happen. It's like I have to... yeah, that will never happen, I think. Let's say that I have a point here. So maybe I need another aim. Not that this... eventually this could be important. I know that there's an add-on that can do... it's free, it's called... I have it here actually, rig on the fly, but I'm not yet ready to use it. Not on this rig, it's not used for this. So this can recreate the aim. There is some aim control here that can be used for switch the rig. So this can be useful for this kind of stuff, because switching this I'm not sure it will free me from keyframing bone constraints. So this, all those things are super annoying, right? Keyframing, even Rigify add-on doesn't solve this entirely, although it has a lot of customizations and smart stuff. But even then, I've seen that we sometimes need to keyframe properties. It's nightmare. Maybe I'm saying this because I'm noobish 3D animator. In 3D animation, I know how to animate, but I'm old school guy, right? So I didn't learn 3D animation entirely, right? The technique. So if I know the technique, certainly I can just animate whatever I want, but it's very specific. So I've been learning in the flow, right, along with rigging, but mostly more about rigging. So but now I'm start to get really concerned for projects, right? My own projects that it's 3D animation, filmmaking, right? So I need to get gooder fast in 3D animation. I need to adapt to that to those techniques, and turns out I'm so my passion for animation projects is so much that I do not discard animating in another software than Blender if they don't come quickly, the developer teams of Blender, with the animation layer stuff, or maybe there's some better add-ons. You know, the NLA editor, nonlinear thing is like, can be a real... no, it is usually a nightmare. It's not a thing designed for old school animation. It's instead, it's something else. It's very powerful, but it's like, I don't know, I have just partially learned it. There are some cool features certainly, and I think it's adaptable, but the whole thing is that Blender animation system is not is not very carved out yet. Yeah, it needs a lot of updates, right? It cannot compete with good specialized 3D animation software or animation software whatsoever. People that can learn this thing in Blender do well just in Blender, well, they are heroines, because I think this is madness. They use this like you need to be a kid that has grown up with those techniques or those and then even so, if you go to check other software that are better for animation, then well, you'll probably have your mind blown, because the difference is crucial. But let's stop complaining about the interface. Let's look at the positive side, and one of them is that Blender, they finally decided that they need something new, and that might be coming. I don't believe it will come in 2025, next year, but maybe, who knows. So anyways, I'll need to be using those techniques. So let's get, okay, so I've made this, and let's see. Yes, so I need to test an aim bone outside, just to, so probably I'll have to make a switch of those. So let's just duplicate this and whatever. So this one would not be parented to, let's parent to here. So this will be like secondary aim, and in this case I'm thinking something crazy here. What about another layer of bones? Just to have the aim set up. Or oh, maybe oh, they will overlap. Alright. So I think I got the idea. So dump track. Aha. Okay, so this will be like having a aim that is outside of the body. So, oh, I see. Okay, I'm starting to have some crazy idea here. I'm trying to figure out if I can reuse this same bone for this purpose. Okay, so we see that it overlaps. These are, what are those? This is not dependency cycle. This is add node handle relation line art. Couldn't is it because of this? We're gonna find out. Maybe I cannot disable the collection, so okay, just we'll do this. This already is here, so it's a linked object, so I'm gonna close here. Let's reopen Blender. By the way, I'm using Blender 4.3.1 now. It's updated in 10 December. So I'm gonna reopen recent here. We're gonna make okay, let's, okay, you see no find, okay, so we get some, what is this? Find node component could not find another line art modifier. I didn't recall to have this. Oh, it is here. No? Okay, where is this object then? In the outliner. Oh, it is, okay, so I see what's happening. It is a parent of the let's do the inverse, right? Let's get the light to be parented to the, no, let's Okay, let's clear and keep offset. Let's parent this to the... Alright, so this is because... Oh, I see. No, okay. Light parented to... Ah, it's not selectable, that's why. Okay. Control P, keep offset, then we're gonna... I want to have now this parented to the bone. Yeah, so it's like here, and can do this on... What happened? There, okay. No, didn't. Oh, it's not like that. Of course. I parented the armature, so bone relative. Good. Okay, so this means that now there's a light here on her hand. This is just for some rendering tests, right? A magic ball, so no problem. So just fixing that. So here we see that the idea here, if I need these bone constraints already there, is just a question of disabling this. So let's save. I think I'm gonna crash. Yeah, apparently some random crash, probably because I'm streaming. There's some too many stuff going on, so let's facilitate this crash. Alright folks, so reopening Blender. Alright, so here we got this. We see that it is following. Let's check this. We still got this problem, so we're gonna reparent this stuff. So we're gonna do this again, but now gonna also show in render. Let's unparent this. Need to be on object mode. Then let's get the lamp to parent here, keep transformed, and then this to here, and Control P, bone relative. There we go. Save. And so now I think it's just because the line art was trying to find the... Let's save an iteration here, and let's make... let's close, reopen Blender, and check if those things are... Okay, no problems here. So let's check this little mistake here. So if I turn off the environment collection and try to... they start to appear. Okay. And if I... this good stuff here. Let's record this. Where's Blender? Where is Blender here? So folks, here an interesting thing about line art modifier for grease pencil for rendering, right? You see that if we go on the toggle system console, right, if the system console, what we get, there's some errors here that the line art relative to the line art modifier on the grease pencil, which could not find something object property, I think, from component. So ob icosphere, so this is a new object that, so this cannot find this id ob object, I think, icosphere, and there's other thing here I'm not sure what is about that. So anyways, it's essentially the same stuff, what's happening is that the line art modifier for this grease pencil, let's go on object mode. So if we check here, it is meant to find some collections, grease pencil link collection. For some reason it wants to include that icosphere. Maybe it was here accidentally because I didn't plan to have it here. Exactly, so I don't know why it is recalling. These are linked collection that I've placed here from the linked objects, right? They are just duplicated links, right, from the original cloth stuff. So, but note that you see why these things appear. I found out is because my and this can create some crashes on rendering. So it's because I've disabled exclude from view layers. And so then, okay, it is gonna crash now. So that's what's happening. And so let's help Blender crash here. So unfortunately, the grease pencil line art has this little problem. It is a little sensible to the what's going on in the outline or in the environment. It tries constantly to find the targets, right? Alright, maybe I should just interrupt here, or okay, let's go back. I'm gonna cut this from the record. Okay, so here folks, we got back. And now I don't have any errors. However, turn these off and start to get the errors, right? Even though I don't know why this so let's get, for example, the okay, brutal crash here. I tried to hide the armature, so this is more serious than I thought. I'm not even in the rendered viewport layer, so I could be the driver that I have here. No, this is about simplify. It shouldn't, nothing to do with that simplify option. Alright, let's can I interrupt the recording? No, so have to, yeah, so no chance here. Okay, let's try again. Okay, so what if I disable instead the grease pencil itself, right? Maybe now it stops crashing, but now certainly, oh, we're not having problems. All right, so alright, so here I can hide. So definitively that is what we need to be careful about. If we have the grease pencil like here, okay, just try to enable this without the other. So maybe there's a bug here, folks, to be reported. So I'm gonna get this here and no, this one, yeah, this is star for bug. So I'm gonna report that, and maybe this will improve the thing. So this is the what's going on, folks. So maybe I should not publish this, only for the reporting. Yeah, anyways, be careful about this stuff. That's it, folks. Let's conclude here. So no, I won't need to delete to publish this. So I'm gonna just use the, of course I'll just gonna use the stream itself as the reference for the bug report. Okay, so this is taking time, but now at least I've mapped out what was clustering my file, right? So if I do this is okay, because these other are right. Oh, this can be dangerous. Okay, if I do this immediately, oh no, nothing happens. So but if I do this, then no, nothing happens. Alright, so I don't get it, but anyways, let's hide this whole thing so that we can continue our work here, folks. Alright, so I was doing this thing, so it had, the crash had nothing to do with here, so I was checking for the aim thing. So here we could, instead of having a cube here, let's delete this and place it like a, gonna use a bone widget. Do you have a, yeah, there's another side there, bone widget add-on. Which is free. Then here we can get, what could be a good mapper for this? Target, maybe this is a root, maybe something like that. This I'm using for some snap. At some point we end up having not many options apparently. Why not the triangle here? Except that, yeah, it's not super cool, so let's try something else. Maybe just a circle then. Okay, symmetrize shape, and there we go. Didn't work. For some reason. Okay, do this, symmetrize shape, and also let's just check if there's some inconsistent things here. Viewport display, where is the, must be on pose mode. No, all here it seems to be fine. We can scale this up also. So essentially we have these targets and it's not using for the other hand. So this will, what would this be like, right? Okay, not moving the root bone. It will be the center of gravity. This aim should be moving with, along with, why it is doing this? What's the parent of this? Parent to bone? Oh, it is parent to, what is this bone here? What is this for? And this is part root. Okay, so instead let's I didn't remember that. Okay, so this, alright, have to revise why I did that. It had some purpose, but oh, I remember why. This is for the, okay, this is for the orientation, right? So there's a mapper for the head, right? So this should be from this bone, which is the dumped track here. So basically, of course this is not working. We should be grabbing from here, right? So this is actually the inverse. Let's get this one as some sort of mechanism bone, right? So I'm gonna just change here as to this color. Let's delete this stuff, reset all that. Don't want anything like that, so I'm gonna change the organization here. So and so this one will be the, I'm gonna change this to this color, and so that is it. This is mechanism aim head and aim head. That's it. So no problems here. Okay, so this will be a, like a just a I don't have the rotation here, which could be useful, but then it's okay because we have still free. This could be useful, sometimes better than having double bone constraints to handle. So this is okay for now. I remember that it was annoying to get the drivers there. Okay, so we have a pin. We can pin the head from the this is a bit awkward, so let's just conclude this stuff here on this custom rig. So okay, will I ever use this though? Get this, like when a hand would need to be following a target like this. Strange, right? Not unclear, because if I move here, yeah, it will be something more like a moving target, but for that I have another solution, right? I have a not only we can pin, but there is already another thing here. Yeah, so I think this aim hand is garbage. I'll have to investigate, so I'm not gonna take care about that, but at least we just more junk in the rig. And there might be a more maybe later on I check rig on the fly. So I'm satisfied with the other one here in the middle that has this versatility, and then so I don't need this secondary one, and this one is fine. All right, but we have this separation here so that at least we can let's get here the cubes again, create and global. Let's reduce their size. Okay, it doesn't really matter here, so this will be like a, let's give it this color, even though so this can be interesting. For instance, if I want to lock this particular position for the hand, so might give just a little more automation for a certain orientation, right? And actually I can use this as the opposite. It's just that it's not aiming to a direction that I have to calculate this in some crazy way, right? Trace a line, invisible line towards, but it sort of works, right? So another reason why I might not need the other. So this already fixed the thing, and it gets this extra utility, which is I think much more handier than the rest. And this, if we want to pose them manually, which can be awkward. So this is why they won't move. Yeah, they won't move only the root. No, not even that. Okay, so it's just if I move them like this, so separate. Otherwise, if it stick in place, it can be safer for. See a little problem here when I. Okay, so it's just about. I can't have them follow this because otherwise all the time if I parent this to this, so you see as I move up the hands start to rotate, and sometimes we don't want that. So the idea is to just leave them like here, and just in case I need, I can do that. Yeah, so questions, right? But alright, let's go to some other topic now. This is just some utilitarian secondary stuff. Alright, but important to revise. Let's see here. So we're gonna fix this thing. It's not nothing to do with the forearm twist feature, fortunately, so you don't need to make twist bones for this rig. Just the forearm bendy bone is better, is handier to wrist double fan bones. Oh, there's something about that old topic. So I have learned how to sort of engage into the issue of fixing this having the dual fan bone solution for the wrist, for any simple joint. Actually, this is an intermediate joint, the wrist, so the hand can rotate a lot, right? It's nearly like it could be considered an advanced joint, but complex joint actually. So but I call it intermediate. It's not so hard to rig in my opinion compared to the shoulder. The anatomy of the shoulder and of the pelvis is much more complicated. So here to rig. So here let's see, we have the helper system. I was doing some upgrades here, that's it. So I need to make a slight revision here. So not only I have this system here, it's a bendy bone spline, Blender Studio Techniques, so we'll just hide this. So here's my fan bone system. Let's see what we did here. I remember I didn't make the proper wave painting. It was something like I did on the rush because it was, so I'm gonna get something like this F key bone here. All right. Okay, so this is the behavior that it should have, right? So the dual fan bone. So the joint is all that, right? So this will derotate. Let's reset. So as I rotate the hand down, this bone derotates in relation to the hand. And there's some mesh from the wrist, that wave paint that hangs behind the wrist, so on the forearm, and so this is sort of rotating the, yeah, this is causing some strange effect, right, near in this symmetry. Should it be like that actually? Here I don't know why I have this big confusion. this is not a technique that the dual fan bone that I'm used to, and I just use one, but turns out that the yeah, maybe this is better. Let's check. I'm confused because of the hand also, the joint of the wrist. So if this moves, this is not rotating the bones, right? I would have a solution though. It's okay. It's not activating the system, right? Okay, we can make a double test here. So if I rotate this here, so should it be better here or here? This is very hard to tell, but maybe I need to abstract the hand. That's this one. Yeah, the system of the fan should be doing this motion, so this seems to be correct, except that for the wrist is bizarre, right? The case of the knee, it's simpler. Actually, I have to, let's make this cloth as wire for a moment. The bones are not seem to be moving. Oh, okay. The rotation, it shouldn't have it. It shouldn't have this this behavior. Okay, the rotating, but on the opposite side, it seems to not be behaving properly. What is this transformation? No, this is junk. Copy rotation. This is parent to the fan shin, parent to the deform shin. Okay, and this is parent to the type. Okay, we're gonna do this different. We're gonna parent it here, and I think this will be easier. It was my edit mode, so I'm gonna parent it here. What is this bone? Oh, this is just a control knee. Right, so here we make the rotation inverted. It's like when this bone is rotating. Oh, this add. Okay, this is all messed up, right? So before regional, not replace local space, right? So nothing, it's not derotating. Of course, you need to invert. So yeah, all them should be fine, but in principle, it's just the x-axis for the simple joint here. So the derotation is not. I'll need to look at the legs. Deform legs. Right, here is C. Okay, we don't see the rotation here, so I need to. Okay, this is because of the parent. We have a problem of the Yeah, this will respond to local with parent, but then this is very dangerous because other bones then can affect. Yeah, you see what's that's doing? Well, no, not sure, but yeah, in principle this will be dangerous. Yeah, we need to unparent the bone, and I don't know any ways to prevent this stacking transforms, right? So this is garbage. It's like a child of bone constraint, right? So what we need to do here would be to, in order to get this bone inherit the transforms from indirectly, maybe only a driver here, right? But maybe there is something that I'm not aware of. Ah. Yes. I think I got an idea. Custom space, armature Aisha, the sheen, and local space and invert. Yeah. No. Local with parent. Okay, but this will probably cause problem later. The problem is that, can I verify that somehow? The question is, we need to see if the, in some way these bones start to rotate wildly. Yeah, you see what's happening? Yeah, so this is a good highlight here, folks. To demonstrate that this is garbage. The setup that I've made here, it would be garbage, right? And why we shouldn't be using the target local space with parent. What's happening here? Okay. Okay, folks, so check this. Why should we be very careful about the local with parent for the, at least for the target of a bone constraint, the target bone? So here, for instance, here is the problem. This is a fan bone which is parented to the deformed shin bone, so it will follow. There will be other setup, and then the problem is that it's a derotator bone, right? It will derotate the, improve the deforms. Now it's doing nothing. However, if I were to pick this bone directly, then it will do something. Problem is I don't have the things here, so maybe I can use from the skeleton here. I'm not sure that will help. Let's see here. Yeah, so I can't demonstrate here, but believe me, this bone should be rotating, but like this. So we local with parent, I will ensure that it will follow the parenting sequence, the path of parenting. That would mean that, you see, it started to derotate. So as I'm posing the master Reiki foot, which is not the main parent, but eventually these bones got into the parenting system here of the rig, the skeleton, and so this is why this bone, which is parented to the shin, which is parented to the control skeleton there, which eventually will be get some connection to this, maybe not directly, but they will meet in the root or in the center of gravity. Anyways, the fact is that they meet somewhere, and so this will allow us to have this bone react even if I pose from something else. The problem is that this target local with space, it will here I'm just testing something else, so ignore this. The problem is that this, not so much this I don't know what different it does, but this and the target, this will behave just as a child of bone constraint, where the owner bone, in this case the fan bone here, of this copy rotation bone constraint cannot be parented to the same rig, or if it is parented to, it should be parented to one bone that is very high in the hierarchy. So I'll show you what will happen with the local with parent. So you see that this does. It will be great if it stopped here, but it won't. And we'll prove this by rotating the root bone. And you see that it's hard to see, but you'll see that the bone there is rotating on its own, like you see, to the point it will go crazy, right, because of something of the setup right there. And so this is what the target local with parent does, and this is why it's too risky to use it. Even though it can help here, if I have to pose some higher hierarchy bone, that may happen. So for some reason this one is not doing that. Maybe the center of gravity, yeah, the center of gravity is already doing so. However, if I happen to parent it to something else, like let's parent it to the center of gravity instead, so now it's very far from its the other system, right, but of the legs. So but what that means is that in this way, if I can perhaps bone constrain it in some copy location, I don't know, yeah, so this is the problem. No parent, we have to lock it, but you see that it is still responding, although probably in an awkward way. No, it's derotating, right? So it's doing its job, but let's see if this still, yeah, naturally this will also cause problems, and this will also cause problems apparently. So we cannot rely on the parenting, and maybe even I'm sure I did something with that we could. Where is the, okay, it is here. So now I parent to the root, and apparently of course we get still having the same problem, right? We don't want it to react. So I don't know how to use this unless we just unparent in this case, right? And then instead of, we just get it like let's say copy location to the Shift Alt fan shin. Yes, let's reselect this deformed shin. So gone those modes, copy location bone constraint. It didn't get the target, so okay, it is here, armature, target, and so now I don't have the parent, maybe it gets some crazy, yeah, so there's some problem here. So maybe the copy location here is just not good. So what we're gonna do is gonna copy a full copy transforms, right? Targeting the sheen again, right? Armature, sheen, replace, yeah, full stuff. Let's get a, so it's mimicking the parenting relation, but without the local with parent. So without the, yeah, so now I can probably use this local with parent on this extra copy rotation that goes after the copy transforms, and then I can probably just for the X, so this will override, well, will stack. So add, I think add would be fine, or maybe after original, just add local with parent and here. So let's get some value here for the rotation, and you see that now it is working well, except that here there is some derotation on the wrong side, which is annoying. Maybe it's okay, but then the big question is, should we? Okay, so it didn't solve anything, so we are back to the same issues. So maybe here we got something that we can, so here I really don't know. Replace, after original, it's yeah, so I cannot really recommend anything here, folks. So essentially this is very hard to use. This is the problem, it mimics the, yeah, so these are bad ideas. Let's ignore this highlight. Yeah, sorry folks, so here not very interesting. Okay, we'll learn something in the process, but anyways, let's load something here before I break all this. So this copy transforms, oh yeah, I get it, right? So let's do the old way, but I still need to figure out a solution, right? If not using the, what I'm doing. Okay, this is the sheen, so this is the, okay, we just have this copy rotation. So yeah, I know a solution. There's a solution with driver which would allow us to get this inheritance without requirement of this madness. So the question is, can we achieve this automation in yeah, it needs to be the sheen, right, with bone constraints. It'll be a magical thing to achieve that, right? Something new that I have no idea about. So this is a, since the parenting trick that I, unparenting trick that I tried just ended up not helping. The overriding of the copy transforms was not working in the end, right? So the bone was still moving because of the extra copy rotation, right? This thing, I think it was overlapping and it was responding to whatever thing, right? So we want it to respond to this. And it is parent to the sheen. What if it is parented to something else then? Could be. Alright, let's try to parent it. It will remain in this orientation, but we'll parent it to the thigh. Keep offset. So now it's aligned sort of with the thigh, which is yeah, it's getting some strange rotation there. For some reason. Oh, because it is started still tilted. Okay, so this is normal. So if I get it to let's give the maximum rotation. It's like I needed to add something of rotation because of the yeah, so it's about replace here, right? No? Deform sheen. Of course, parent to there, replace both spaces, alright. We cannot get confused with another bone, but that's fine. Of course, that is not going the direction that I want, so this is just too radical. Yeah, and that creates some issues there, so we cannot. Yeah, this is bad system. So then above this I'll have to make other stuff, so it's senseless. I think it's too bad. Let's see what that does in the owner. The constraint is applied relative to the rest pose local coordinate system of the bone. Does include the parent induced transformation. Okay, which for the owner, okay, we're gonna again parent it to the def sheen. I'm gonna reset the timer here. My time's up, but we'll continue just a little more. I want to achieve something here on this annoying problematic before I try the driver, which should be the safest way, right? So here, how is this possible? Replace. Aha, looks like I found something. On orientation here is not necessary, but okay, we're gonna, yes, this will cause disruption. In my experience, is that rotating on the right direction? Okay, now it is. This position is bad, right? Okay, let's try again. So yeah, it has some bad derotation the inverse side. What about this? Okay, so you see that this is not adding up. Here we need to the bone here, the shin, to compare at least, right? Also you can expand this thing. Okay, so something interesting here is happening. This is the rotation, and this is a little problem here. So I don't understand this thing, like the rest position. Okay, it's very subtle. It's because I can indeed. It's because the leg starts with some. There's also the I key stretch, so. It seems to be getting worse, right? Even though I'm not rotating the... Yeah, so this is not... We see that the rotation of the... Yes, so the parenting maybe is incorrect. The question is, let's say that we achieve something. Let's say that this was what we wanted. I'm just gonna parent it to the thigh and see what that does. But first of all, of course, we want to check the madness. Yeah, and the madness is there. So it's like it has some sort of aiming stuff, is aiming property, but it's not the case. It's just the rotation following the parenting tree, right? So it's very, it goes deep, it doesn't stop. It's madness, right? So with that in hand, let's get pose space, replace, reset. So we got, of course, this won't do anything good here, so this will be some sort of a static operation, right? Yeah, and with some mad stuff, so nothing here is relevant. This offset legacy, I don't even know. So this we got some crazy behavior, unwanted. Here got some derotation, isn't it? Just fake. It's all the same problem. So local space. So let's go for the root. So cannot use local space with parts. So the only thing that remains to me, I think, would be the custom space strategy. So this has the parent sheen, alright. So we got instead of add, no, we're gonna get before original. So we see that it's not responding. That's fine. I'm gonna use I'm having some crazy idea here. Never tried anything like this. Let's try custom space armature. I have no idea what that will do. Okay, that doesn't seem to do anything. Let's instead use this one. This is having trouble. It's getting crazy for some reason. Maybe it's the mix thing. And could be that we have some conflict here. How interest now is going mad. I don't get what's this. Is some excessive rotation somewhere. Nope, nothing. Yeah, this strategy is over. But I was about to, if it weren't for this warping thing, which I'm not, it's some, maybe it's something about the rotation mode. Oh yes, this is quaternions, isn't it? Yeah, I think that's yeah, this warping is usually quaternion things. I've just solved someone's problem with a hand wrist. I've learned from that experience. So that means that if I, okay, what about this? This also affects the, okay, what about this? This seems to be safe. Yeah, this seems not to be affecting the, okay, interesting. So I think I can solve it. Alright, so basically this also works. So this is a, it's as it reaches certain rotation, it wants to find the fastest path to the, to some other direction there, so it to some orientation. So this is why it instantly warps. So because of a copy rotation, we need to find here the proper axis for this to behave. Where is the, here, order. So if this fan bone, we don't care about its y-axis, so it will be like the y in the center is the ZYX Euler. ZYX Euler. Last time I've attempted this, didn't work the way I thought, that I had to do something different, but this time, yeah, following the theory, let's say that that should work. If not, we'll try other things. Oh, it's still getting crazy. So maybe this offset legacy is garbage. Let's try here. No, okay, so this doesn't change anything, so let's try to do instead Z YZX. No, still garbage. Local space, no. So this is not doing anything. Okay, let's try all of them then. No, all garbage. So it's very compromised. This doesn't solve anything. Yeah. So another idea would be perhaps to add a derotation, doesn't do anything. Okay, suddenly I don't know what I'm doing, that nothing seems to be responding anymore. Yeah, it was the replace thing. Okay, the replace or the... So maybe I need to keep this, but then change here. What is this? Axis angle defines a rotation around some axis defined by... Don't know. Let's try that. No. Then let's just try to match here. I don't think this will help. This should do the job. So no, so I definitively don't know how that would be solved here. So let's use the last this is super annoying, right? So let's turn this off. This target is just bring back the... by the way, how was the original one? And why do I have... No, this is the... So the original one was local with parent. Yes, this will create some problem. And add, yeah, so all everything problematic. So here we, by having this, we're going to just pick these bones, X rotation, so copy as new driver, get the shin there, also expand a little more to be easier to check. Then for the X, we're gonna go back to quaternions and paste driver. And so basically what it does, it will oh, I don't have scripted expression here. I will need that. So it's copying the value, but I want something like, let's say the value is not changing. Oh yes, it is not identifying the rotation, it's local space. No, there's another way then. So we're gonna delete this, add driver manually, gonna bring the target armature, gonna get the shin, deform shin left, well, there we go. Then we go on X rotation. Now it catches wildly, right? We are going to, yeah, so here we're gonna auto Euler, no, quaternion, alright, local space, maybe transform space for this one. So we're gonna get here, let's try transform space. Okay, nothing happened here. We need to get these to multiply this by 1 point, yeah, 0.2. Let's see what that does. Nothing. So yeah, this is radians, so yeah, it's not a terrible idea. And so it's not doing anything important, barely changed, so I need to, let's try transform space, nothing. Yeah, radians. No, this is not the way that it goes. So as it gets some value, no, yeah, it's not transforming anyhow, so this is why this is, it just can't do much. Yeah, it's just not happening. So it's the same problem, because this is a different case. So I need to have a mapper bone for the rotation, right? Which is crazy. This is why this local space with parents should really be the way to go, but then you have to wait. I have a copy transform thing that can fake parenting. Yes, I have a fake parent set up. Yeah, so how come I forgot? Let's go for very advanced tricks. Master trick here, folks. Maybe that will work. Let's clear the parent. Wait, we don't. Yes, we need to clear the parent. So because we're gonna use local with parent, so copy transforms. Before original full local space with orientation, custom space, target armature, and no, target armature, and get this same target there. What's going on? Definition, yes, why you are there. Okay, it gets a bit lost here because of this, of course. All right. It will not work because of the same problem will happen maybe. Okay, no, it's not locally apparent here. No problem. So this is like here. and I'm gonna get the copy rotation now. After original, local space, invert the R, and with less importance, it is adding, right? So we're gonna local space with owner orientation, there we go. So I have this other problem here, but it might not ruin the maybe it will. Yes, this is maybe something else is going wrong. That I'm not seeing right now, but yeah, okay, this is very weird. Some other bone is interfering. Probably this yeah, this one is interfering, of course. Just get it to parent to the here, and let's fix that. Alright, temporarily fix. Alright, so here we see that we're getting the deform, right? In spite of the fact that I'm posing different, right? So you see the copy transforms makes it inherit the transforms. It won't consider, it still won't count as local coordinates, but the pathway of the bone constraint is happening there from whichever reference I pose. Now the problem is this is not perfect, of course. There are still some problems to solve, and there is the question, would that affect the ignore the other leg? So this seems to be safe. The bone doesn't seem to going mad there. So I think that we pinned the solution, folks. So no parenting here. Fake parenting, actually. I didn't need the local with parent, but if I wanted local with parent, we're gonna yeah, it's doing the inverse here. This is bad. It is not parented, right? Then if I pick this, yeah, we still have the behavior, and this will start to destroy the leg. Yeah, so screw local with parent. It is inheriting the parent of the target, right? So this for the owner won't do nothing, I guess, because the owner doesn't have the parent, right? So it won't do anything. Well, still seem to be doing something. No, okay, for the owner in this case there's no parent, so I just cannot prevent the madness right from this. So apparently we can just get the fake parenting there. And by having the fake parent, we don't need to use local with space to have the inheritance, because we are getting these two. Yeah, there's still this little problem here. And after original is not very nice, right? So just want to check if by chance anything here could solve this. Never was successful, so in principle before regional, local with owner orientation. Let's try this. So maybe we're getting close to no, apparently I cannot fix that, so replace will disrupt the system. Yeah, so the trick here could be just the repositioning of the bone, and of course okay, so when I bring this, let's try with the derotator, right? So this is the rotator. Okay, so here local with owner we get the invert, which is more intuitive, and here we this is not bad. After regional, before regional. Seems to be the same thing. Nearly the same thing. This had got these things inverted, so it's local. Alright, but it seems to be aligned. Like nearly there is little derotation there, so it's not critical. It's not what I wanted, right? I wanted to, but I think this is happening exactly. It's working. It's just because you see the legs are not straight, so when I straighten up, then there is indeed this slight derotation that does it keeps increasing. Oh yes, it seems to be... No, it doesn't. It seems to be an illusion. Okay, so it is just increase as I... Yeah, so on this we get the maximum, which you can of course expand the rotation. Let's check now. This sounds to be safe. Alright. Alright, so this seems to be the case. Then we also, because this is a special setup, fake parenting, we can still parent indeed. And nothing will happen wrong. No, it will happen wrong. Local space with orientation. Let's turn off this for a moment. Alright, so I was wrong. It is causing critical problem. Wait, where's the critical problem? Not the right leg. So here, what went wrong? This is part of the sheen. This is line. Oh, doesn't have the alignment of the sheen. It looks like it is moving crazily. Of course it is moving crazily. Parent to def sheen. Why it is getting these double transforms? Because of the parenting. It shouldn't be the case in my experience. Okay, so the system seems to be not working as I expect. Maybe there's something else. I can't remember anything why this should be failing right now. After regional. Yeah, whatever stuff here, I just don't want to collaborate, so it is dead. So it's the full parenting, right? This parent is dead, so we need to clear this out. At least we get this working. We got this to work, and we need to enable now. Very strange. I was convinced that this wouldn't create double transforms, stacking transforms, but okay, we got this one working. Then we're gonna make the similar set for this one, and we're gonna just have to... So for this one we can parent it to the fan, yeah, to simplify. And we're gonna... Yes, it's aligned with the thigh, so this is correct, but then it needs to rotate Yeah, so gonna use this as a reference maybe, or use the same setup. Now we're gonna use this. So local spaces, let's try this and replace just this stuff and copy rotation. Where is the axis? Okay, I think this is, no, it is inverted, right? So let's just do this, maybe this will be better. Alright, so its job is to derotate, but it will be same amount there, so just this. Control C, Control V there. Its original position matters, of course. So it cannot be derotating like that because it corresponds to the thigh. So maybe it's one, no, it's too much rotation here, too much derotation from the rest position, right? Look, all that, it's not correct. It should be right. So maybe the parenting is incorrect. So let's get the so this will be a little complicated, so let's use the same Control C. Gonna have here, but I'm gonna unclear parent. We're gonna get its fake parenting here, turn this off. We're gonna bring this to the thigh, but this is complicated because we need to invert, we have an inverted setup. And of course this is very crazy. Oh, need to change this, but that doesn't help. Position this. Yeah, so this is complicated. We have to get another type of custom space here. Because its axes need to be invert. So this is what, okay, I got an idea. No, it really needs to get this one. Depth tie, so it is okay, it is in the position, but it won't respond correctly. it is staying in place, right? Because it's not being moved. Directly, right? Yeah, because it's indirect posing, so this is a problem. We might need a completely different setup. Maybe parent it. Okay, so we got the parent, and then we can derotate with the same amount, like yeah, of course this is too much, so this is also too much, so it's not like that. It instead getting this value here. Let's derotate there, and very small derotation, and larger derotation seems to be mimicking, except that it is inverted, right? All right, so that's the crazy thing. So parent here, unparent, super awkward, but gets the job done. And we don't need that, so maybe this is possible, but it's easier with the parent. Or actually copy, yeah, we could mimic that if we wanted, like it will be something like it will have to be something like copy location, then we and parent, clear parent to the type, so we got here on the tail, then we bring this to pose space, then we bring a copy rotation that is like reverse, replace, pose space. No, it's not. It's like, how is that? Yeah, we can have this, so just get this one. Okay, copy location, then it needs to be copying the rotation full, replace, doesn't work for some reason. Okay, full rotation, but then we need to sort of invert all this, which is what is not working. Like, need to make it flip around itself. Yeah, I'm considering like dump track. Inverse dump track to the head of the but then it is locked, but then we can add a copy rotation, and there we got it. So that, yeah, this procedural bone constraining madness can at least, yeah, so like it's fake parent, so this is like, and then we this will be like the rotator. And now we got two. Oh, that doesn't work. The local space. I think maybe I've. Oh no, it's just some. Wait, what happened? I think I've unparent accidentally control type. I've unparented the control type. Control I key. Keep connected. Just as this one. All right. And yeah, so this works. The rest is just symmetry that is inaccurate, so gonna get. So essentially, yeah, let's pick all these bones and symmetrize just in case. And now alright, so that was hardcore, folks. I didn't remember suffering so much. I do remember, but I wasn't expect that was be so maddening. Now I think this thing is scarier, much scarier than I thought. Alright, then let's fix for the this dual joint here. Here you see I just. So it's not even the dual thing, it's the. Yeah, super scary madness. So here we do the same, right? So I'm gonna, because I'm more likely will have the same problems. Here I've lost the target. Why did I? Oh, because I was changing the. Well, I don't know this target here if it is right, but okay, so the hand bends down. Let's say that this is the. It's like if the joint bends inward, then this go outward and this goes outward, and we have, yeah, both go outward. All right, so if the hand bends down inward, then this should actually go outward, and this is the rotating, and this is the rotating. This should go the other direction. Yeah, not inward. So this was wrong, apparently. Alright, so we're gonna realize that here we get some problems with this because of the system. Because this is so close to the hand, this is why the setup can be simpler. Yeah, because but then there is Yeah, so I have backup, so that's okay. So let's... But I'm not sure I've achieved this consistently. So be a pain to identify. Sorry folks. So here we're gonna... It doesn't seem to be affecting the... Well, why it would be affecting? I don't have local with parent here. Yeah, no, this is not a wrong assessment. So basically, the only reason this system here is easier to handle is because, of course, the hand is right here. So we can totally simplify this, and then this is going for the copy. I could target actually directly the wrist here, this one. Oh, there's a double one, so maybe we don't need this. Let's see if that is true. So if I rotate here, yeah, it doesn't do anything. And here it does. Yeah, so this is why I have this double. However, with the fake parenting, we can get all this at once. It'll be like save, get this def and wrist, also why not this one too, clear parent. I'm gonna target this immediately to we can have the wrist, right? To be more organized, so like there's some wrist bone here, so it gets no deformed hand actually. Yes, no, this is deformed hand. Oh, there you see it. Yeah, so this flattened bone on purpose I've made like that, this one, so I can, it's aligned already, so I'm gonna, we barely see anything, but we need to pick the fan bone here. Then I'm gonna make a copy transforms, move to the top, so before local space with neural local space. Actually, this is not the this is not the setting. It's custom space, right? And target armature and then control V the hand. Alright, so this means that should be following the hand, but it is not, because of the rotator. Alright, no, something is not working. Parent is unmade. Maybe it's local space here. No, definitely this Mac wrist. Unsure. why this is not being functional here. Local space. Wrist and here. No, this is not such wrist. It's hand and here, right? There. It's useless, they don't follow. Probably some lack of bone constraint, so this splitting the system. Maybe there's a way to cheese that. We'll try. Nothing happens, so yeah, absolutely nothing. So replace will ruin the mix, so it needs to be, yeah. So this bone doesn't have, the wrist doesn't have bone constraint, so I need to maybe try the mechanism then. This yeah, so there'll be, well, let's pick directly the control hand. There is nothing behind it, so no, but I think the mechanism will be a little more organized. So mechanism, so this is even not that. Mechanism wrist 2. What is this one? Oh no, this is the, it's not what I was thinking. Target I key hand, map I key owner, deform hand, align with, sort of align with, yeah, whatever. No, this is having not, there's a, this was messed up. How this is really still functioning? So copy transforms to, it's parent to the control hand, so wow. All right, so copy transforms to the target I key hand. What is this? Sounds safe. Okay, so I don't know about these ones, so maybe I need to recheck this, but sounds to be working here. I'll have to recheck my system, but this seems to be working. Okay, so anyways, let's get this one, because this is going to be, yeah, also let's symmetrize this. Let's get this defend wrist, so this one finally gets to the, let's try this target, right? I'll do, yeah, then it's parent to the control F key hand, so that sounds reliable. I'm gonna get the def here and just change this target here. Let's try now. Don't need the mechanism anymore. Gonna nothing. We still can't get the follow-up, so alright, then let's just do the this way, and so now we get the full control, except that this is just a fake parent. This not doesn't follow. Oh yeah, so it is not good. So we got, so how it comes the other rig, aim hand, master, center of gravity. How come maybe it was all because of this lack of a single bone constraints that is missing. Who knows? Problem is that I'm not sure if this is the one. Okay. No, it's useless. Oh, of course. That is. I don't have the split here. I think it's the Control F key. Master I key, right? Now I have the split. Yeah, I wouldn't need this. There I have a problem. Alright, so it was definitely, it wasn't parented because, okay, I'm gonna save here. So basically I have the split system. I have some madness going on, but this is just because this bone is not corrected. So let's turn this off temporarily. Alright. So we got here we see that the fan bone doesn't follow the parenting, but now we can try to do again. We'll try this one just because it is closer. What is this? This is the fan wrist, yeah, so local space, no, nothing. It is doing some yeah, so the mechanism wasn't enough. So I'll try the hand. The fan, where are you? The fan, oh, it's here. No, it doesn't seem to be producing adequate results at all. Yeah, still not following. Alright, so this fake, I can't use this one. Yeah, so it definitely needs to be on here, but then we don't get otherwise. So yeah, so here we got in a misery condition. What if I do this? Okay, this is not sufficient, so never found a way to. Okay, so we got this, and can we mess these things up? Yeah, we can, but it's not helping. It's doing already some crazy things. So of course it is not following. So maybe this is why I made double fake parents, right? Yeah, this is why. Yeah, so that is the crazy thing. Crazy thing. So yeah, so welcome to now it is not respecting my Alright, so before and after, so that's a mix of, like, that's interesting. So it's a mix of sequence of, yeah, before, mix before. This is interesting to remember, and so this is how we use this stuff. Mix after, before what, I don't know, but so that means that if I place after here, that won't do anything. Oh, no, there's a, it's not just the sequence, it's abstract. It's before the other mixes. Ah, that can cause some problem. Wait, before original full, like the first, before regional align, some before is no, there's no intermediate. No. So what if I'm confused about the copy rotation. Okay, but it's doing we got the double parenting madness here. Fake. Okay, this seems, at least this seems to be working. Then ignore the deforms though, this is just some control rig madness. Then we got the, I should hide some layers here for the helper system. I really should be just looking at this and helper fan. Where's the other one? I think it's this one. No, some bone has disappeared. It is this one where it is. Okay, no, this is one of them, and this is the other one. Okay, so yeah, just these ones, please. And let's here move this big, make this bigger, same as this one. So this one is not working right now, so uh, I remember what I did here, right? So just basically we're gonna, yeah, I'll have to use this. Alright, so we're gonna mimic what we did for the legs, which is basically, if I remember well, so copy transforms. No, it was not like that. It was copy location at tail and pose spaces and move this to the top. Then we need some, then this will gonna reset roll. We're gonna do the opposite here. Then we're gonna make a dumped track. Yes, Y head, yes, like that. And then we just get a copy rotation which is relative to the, yeah, fake parent. Okay, then we got the rotator function is the wrist, right? No, it's the oh, I have to make more of this, or we can try to invert the rotation in relation of the other, the first primary fan bone, right? So this is, yeah, this is a old setup, so this is, why I have all that? Yeah, it was just stacking. Okay, so we can try to do this, just bone constraints, like let's enable this. And the problem is that, yeah, it will try to use the copy rotation of it from the, we need to get this aligned, right, to have a better result here. So we're gonna just get I think there's a technique for that, like it's not the rolls, it's the, nah. So okay, we can just align like here, then scale on the opposite, something like that. Yeah, can be done like that. Its scale doesn't change here, it's not a negative length. Yeah, cannot be. So Alt R, no, just leave it inverted. Alright, this can work. So no parent, alright, same here, no parent. Then this will be, yeah, I know the time is up, 2 hours already doing, but I need to just try to complete this. Why it is moving now? One of them bone moved. It's probably this what was carried by the hand. Some control rotation F key hand, so this is the rotator, right? Master I key hand, right? So yeah, here needs all the joints, right? And this value, maybe it's old, let's try. Yeah, so here just gonna use the, probably I'll need all of them, so I'm gonna need to test this. We'll need to test the okay, here we see, yeah, let's reset first, right? So the rotation not working here, but it is working here. Good. But it's too strong, so we don't need. Also, we again for the helper bones. There's too many bones. I need to make some hand, def lower arm, fan. Okay, let's assign this to some selection sets. It's inbuilt add-on extension actually, so assign, so shift H, no, then we pick this and that's it, assign, there we go. Okay, let's try this. Alright, got the rotations, good. Some y-axis here. Got some strange. This is very bad, right? Why does this happen? Yeah, so this probably something about the order, not gimbal lock, but something about the quaternion. So this is can be very maddening. Replace, so here we there's another bone constraint going on, so hold on, turn this off. Okay, so if I just have this one, we don't have enough derotation because we need more influence, so maybe they were affecting the results. Okay, we got the rotations, and if we rotate on the Y, we start get the madness no matter what. So yeah, so this is a rotation mode issue, right? So most likely here, though we don't have the rotation indirect stuff, so have to make the same thing, which is dangerous now, super bizarre, because I don't understand the mix for the previous. I have no idea how if I will be able to solve this. No, it's wrong. So here we got this one, and that's it. So let's try like this, like if they decomposed, right? But okay, this is working. This seems working as well, and they are stacking, seem to be stacking correctly. However, we still got, we'll probably get the madness when we rotate on the Y. So this could be something about the, yeah. So now we will try, since this is working, we will try disabling this and see if we got any of these crazy rotations. No. So it is clear that this is something about not the fake parentings, but the it's something about the yeah, the copy rotation bone constraint. So let's just start with the simpler one first, and I will try what I've learned here, but I doubt. So don't want the, yeah, first the X, then the Z, then the Y. Let's try this one. So from here, so we don't want the Y-axis to have, yeah, it doesn't help, right? So we still get some crazy flipping there. Maybe that could be caused by the local space, but I think not. No, it's not this bone, so we're gonna try again. Ah, no, there we go. Madness. So in despite of this, that didn't, no, that seems to change. Let's see. Let's try again. Okay, these single rotations we don't see anything, but it's when, yeah, this Y thing. So maybe it should not be about this bone that I need to change, but we're gonna check nonetheless. So let's try. Yeah, by just rotating here I already see the effect, right? The madness effect. So maybe I need to change the bone, this bone itself, other bones maybe even. Z, Y, X, Euler, yeah, okay. Still same garbage. No, so impossible. So I just can't seem to. And here this will, yeah, so it's like copy rotation will be a complete drawback. But if I can't use copy rotation, right? Why? It's even using null axis, so it's not one or other, it's like the pure combination. Maybe if I keep this and keep trying some stuff here, I find eventually seems that suddenly it moves. Yeah, there's a small chance. Now this is seems to be horrible, right? Yeah. Sometimes it's hard to see if how wrong it would be, but it moves too fast, so we already know that something seems to be incorrect, right? So I need to check this theory. Euler rotation axis priority, just to revise. The first rotation around the body, like the second rotation is around the nothing useful here. Maybe what I've learned was wrong, or I'm getting the there are some calculation that maybe it's not that simple, right? It's a combination of stuff with some, yeah, so this circular stuff, cyclic. Yeah, so this idea of priority, maybe it's not exactly like that. It was a maybe most likely, or very likely, a simplification of the theory. Alright, so it is likely it is impossible to prevent this madness, but we can try one by one, assuming it is only changing here should be enough, if there is any solution through here. Yeah, so there should be one or other that might be less worse, like this one, except for somewhere here, which is crazy. Yeah, so what is this one? Z X gruesome. Alright, now this one seems to be that's just an illusion. As soon as we move down the hand, it's that's close, but yeah, ZXY. At this point I have no more idea about that first idea. Doesn't correspond to what I'm seeing. Yeah, so everything is broken. So this is like alternative to this copy rotation bone constraint in Blender, drivers, they will find the same issues in combinations, right? Default would be Euler using the default. Oh, right, so it sounds like that the problem is that this doesn't, the copy rotation bone constraint doesn't use quaternion. What about the copy transforms? It doesn't say the rotation it uses. Maybe we can fake. Okay, worth trying. Copy rotation. Yeah, so what about a certain technique here that interesting, but not right now. Transformation bone constraint could solve, maybe. It will be annoying. Let's try the copy transforms again. So this will be like after original and of course local space. I'm not sure this local space will be nice. Alright, then that means, oh, there's no invert, right? But we have this local space with owner, maybe. Yeah, it has double deforms, which is bad. So still get double deforms, so it's not a question of well, for a fan bone, these double deforms might be, it won't be too much. The question is yeah, the question is, can it solve the rotation, the derotation? Yeah, no, it is doing some. Of course, I need another reference point. So not this bone, but let's say this one, for instance. Another reference here. Or I've seen someone work with that. Philo Vivero has a tutorial. Well, he created a mechanism bone that is a sort of a static bone that could be used for this purpose. Shift D. Parent this to, I don't know what, to this thing. So this will be like a buffer bone for space, in which I would be able to stiff. But it was not this setup, it was actually a replace mix maybe. Yes, with a different wrong, use the wrong target here. Not copy rotation, this is wrong. Here, there. All right, so you use this on a lower, so when of course this don't have anything like that. So what happens is that I'm using this as a stiffener, so like a map mechanism, I don't know. Stiff bone, yeah. And in this way I can have the derotation without the suffering we have escaped. Yes, we escaped Euler rotation madness. Apparently, yes. Do you see any problem? No, I haven't seen. So don't use copy rotations. Bone constraint. It's unless there would be a better way. I don't know. So here this technique of the stiff. So I need to thank the rigger there. So it's stiff, where should be I don't believe I don't have the hold the bone, right? So just this is the technique, so I'm just gonna rename here hold stiff bone. So this is the tutorial, special rigging concepts, and here there is this idea of exactly at this point where he will demonstrate how there'll be other ways to do it, but there's a simpler way to do what he's showing for this particular case with the custom space for the pivoting. But the idea here was still used, I think, but the idea here was still transposed to a completely different problem. It still has the need, so I'm using the stiffness, the hold bone here mechanism, but not for the ballistic rotation that he is doing, like a fake parenting system. Actually a parenting system that holds some, a mixed hybrid system there, but here I'm using this to have this to fake the copy rotation bone constraint, the derotation of the, without incurring to maddening rotation mode issues. So you see that the bone here is derotating, and I can, so but there's a limit, so this can be annoying. Actually, what is the, So this, let's check. So here, yeah, so now, yeah, so the more I can duplicate here, no, there's a limit to this, so it cannot, no, it is replacing. Okay, so add, yeah, so here I'm not sure. So yeah, this is, there's no add here, so here I'm not sure if we can do some, yeah, so because there's the location, so yeah, so maybe this, yeah, there seems to be a limitation to this. But thankfully, in the case of this joint, we just need a little derotation. So for example, yeah, there's a lot of derotation, so we have everything we need here apparently for this system. Yeah, so thankfully this case scenario is applicable with all that, but this is very, very bad, right? Copy rotation, get rid of that. The problem, however, is that, oh yes, it responds to the mechanism. Okay, so this is a brilliant technique of hold. It's a buffer bond that is a hold space. Yeah, so that's very interesting. So I had no idea that could be so valuable for case like that. And despite there is this limit, right, that apparently, and I'm replacing, I'm not sure this is safe actually. Why is those things? Okay, of course, without this I have trouble here, but maybe I just need one. Now here we got some limitation. If I, okay, maybe we need these two, they work better together. Because if I have this and pull, yeah, I'm not super fan of the system that I made here. It's overly complicated, but it bypasses some crazy problem, right? Now this rotation also now seems to be wrong. Why is this rotation? No, this is not wrong. Alright, there's just something happening to the arm that I'm not sure. It's just the way the arm is positioned. Maybe it's some wrong positioning here, wrong resets. Yeah, there are some bone constraints, there are some stuff that I need to revise. And alright, but I think this is sufficient for today. If I stop now, yeah, I think we can stop now. I remember what to, so I need to continue this, fix these, check if this whole system is reliable on all aspects, remaining aspects, and then fix the other one on the back, which will be simpler. It's just so gonna address that later. So that's it, folks. Hope that was interesting. I need to reassess this for more a tutorial thing. No highlights for this too much relevant thing, but it was productive. We're getting some small progress, and most importantly for me in this lives, that I'm being able to cover these special features of rigging, which can be considered difficult problems, even hard problem actually, of the rotation mode. So at least I can say that I'm glad I found some crazy experimental alternative solutions here with the help of other riggers work. But that is certainly, there should be a better way to solve this, easier way. I had no idea fan bones would be so terrible. And you see, it's local with parent. I need to report that. If they could only solve this thing, that would make life much easier, because it's all right, it could be much simpler. So I'll keep looking for solutions, but this one seems to be for now reliable. I hope it will fix in the end. So thanks for watching, folks. Take care and happy blending. Have a nice week. See ya tomorrow, any other day. Tomorrow is rigging also, so I'll be continuing this, and I hope I'll be able to progress more. We'll work offline to bring more stuff advanced. See ya, folks. Enjoy.